Now we'll come to infrastructure. I've said that this week, we're not going to end editorial without touching on infrastructure. And yesterday, while I was surfing the internet, I came across this headline on Ghana Web. Government plans partnership with Turkish firms to build modern stadia. Kofi Adams is the Honorable Sports Minister, the Minister for Sports and Recreation. And I'm sure this is in line with the vision of the President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, who, as part of his campaign promises, mentioned that he was going to build a minimum 6 stadia for the newly created regions. He also said that the 10 already existing regions, before the creation of 6 new ones by His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and his government, that did not have an ultramodern international standard stadia he is going to build for them. He repeated this, he reiterated this when he delivered the State of the Nations address somewhere in February on the floor of Parliament. Let's get back to the floor of Parliament and recap what His Excellency John Dramani Mahama said about the construction of new stadia.
Years have unveiled the present structural deficiencies in administration, funding, infrastructure, and talent development. Immediate and comprehensive reforms are imperative to reclaim our rightful place on the global sports stage. We will develop a comprehensive national sports policy to align with international norms. This policy will be accompanied by an exhaustive review of the Sports Act of 2016, that is Act 934, and the rigorous enforcement of the Sports Regulations 2023 LI 2477. Infrastructure development remains paramount in our strategy. The government is committed to refurbishing existing national stadia, completing youth resource centers, and constructing new sports facilities in the new regions. We'll also prioritize community recreational facilities to foster greater participation in sports at the grassroots level.
Mr. President, I love that statement, especially the bit about infrastructure. You mentioned about 3 things or 2 things before touching on the need for new facilities. You mentioned refurbishing the existing facilities. You mentioned completing the youth resource centers. You mentioned community-based infrastructure. And then you mentioned the building or construction of new stadia. Please, let's do a bottom-up approach. Let's have a bottom-up approach, not up-bottom approach. What have we done with our existing facilities? We have 5 international standard facilities. If you want to add the University of Ghana, we have 6. We have the University of Ghana, we have Cape Coast, we have Isipong, we have Tamale, we have Accra, and then we have Kumasi, Baba Yara Sports Stadium. Of all the 6, it is only the Accra Sports Stadium which has temporal license to host Category A matches at the CAF or FIFA level. Mr. President, we cannot go ahead to build new facilities when the already existing ones are deteriorating by day, when the already existing ones are rotting, Mr. President. So the minister must deal with the already existing ones. Let us have a plan to maintain them. Yampo Frankra has no funds. The NSA has no funds to maintain our facilities. They have no funds to refurbish the Baba Yara Sports Stadium. So Kumasi Asante Kotoko must contribute to the reshaping of Baba Yara Sports Stadium pitch to have it ready for their African campaign. We are going to build new ones. And in maximum 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years, we will leave it to rot. Let us not be in a haste. Tomorrow, Mr. President, we'll get into details. And I will explain further why we cannot build new stadia when we have not taken care of the existing ones. I'll end the editorial here today. We'll have more details to share on this particular topic tomorrow.